Good morning. Thank you for being here as always. And okay. So the theme for this week is extract the nectar. Next week we will have the full moon. So we wanna be ready to let go of whatever we no longer need in our body and our mind. So that's the theme for this week, extract the nectar. Okay. So find a comfortable seat. Taking a moment to settle your energy here and now. Wherever you are, your heart and your breath is doing its work. Taking a moment to set an intention for today's practice, if there is any, or dedicating your practice to somebody else or something else. Reach your palms together, letting the base of your thumb slightly lifting up your sternum. Releasing your chin towards your chest. Gently opening your eyes, focusing on one point on the fingertips or mat. Slowly bring your gaze forward. Reach your arms up towards the sky, interlace them fingers, sending your palms up, taking a slight back bend. Exhale, reach your palms forward, rounding your back. Inhale, lifting up, opening the front body. Exhale, round, opening the back body. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to the center, release your fingers. Twisting to your right side, release your hands wherever they can land. And then reach your left hand to the outside of your right thigh from up there. And then keep twisting to the right side. Reach your right hand up and over. So you're twisting and side bending. Releasing your right hand to the outside of your left thigh, rounding your back. Breathing in this space in between your shoulder blades. Slowly lifting your torso upright, reach your hands behind your hips, sending your sternum up towards the sky. Bring your head back to the center, switching your crossing legs. If your legs are crossed, extending your arms up, interlace them fingers, sending your palms up, taking a slight back bend. Exhale, reach your palms forward, rounding your back. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to the center, release your fingers, and twisting to your left side. And reach your right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Keep twisting to your left side. Reach your left hand up and over. Releasing your right left hand to the outside of your right thigh, rounding your back. Lifting your torso upright, reach your hands behind your hips, sending your sternum up towards the sky. Bring your head back to the center, moving into downward facing dog. Taking your time, pedal your feet. Opening the back of your legs. As you inhale, lifting your heels. Softening your knees, look towards your hands. Taking a slowest walk to the front of your mat. Moving into forward fold, Uttanasana. You might want to keep your knees softened, reach for your elbows. Swaying your torso side to side. Or gently shaking your head, yes or no. Releasing your hands down towards the mat. Softening your knees. Slowly roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Coming up to standing Tadasana, mountain pose. Letting your energy moving into your feet. Letting your energy moving through your legs. Through your hips, through the spine towards the crown of the head. Lifting your energy up towards the sky at the same time, grounding your energy down to the earth. And here, reach your arms up. And then reach your hands behind you, interlace them fingers. Hug your shoulder blades towards each other. And then lengthening your tailbone down towards your heels, lifting your sternum up towards the sky. Allowing your pelvis to move slightly forward. Bring your torso back to the center, softening your knees, releasing your torso down, relaxing your neck. Keeping your heels of your hands together. Releasing your hands through the sacrum, left hand down to the mat, creating the right triangle with your feet and your left hand. And then right hand up towards the sky. You might want to soften your left knee, lengthening the spine. Releasing your right hand down to the mat. Replacing the right hand with your left hand. Reach your left hand up, soften your right knee. Releasing your left hand down. Reach your right hand down. And reach your right hand up towards the sky again, twisting. And then from here, soften your right knee. Step your left leg back. Keep twisting. And then lower your left knee down. And then lifting your torso upright. Reach your left arm forward, right arm back. You can keep this twist, or maybe reach your right hand towards the left hip. And then spiraling your sternum to the right. Releasing your hands down to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. Lower your knees down into the floor. Actually, it's kind of moving it into modified plank. So you can come up into plank and then lower your knees. And we'll do the push-ups here. We're bending your elbows and then lift your torso. Again, bending your elbows. Nothing else is moving, but you're bending your elbows. Bend your elbows, press up. And bend your elbows and press up. And then slowly lower all the way down to the mat. And then pressing again into your hands, moving into cobra, lifting your torso if you can. And you're gonna roll on the outer right hip. Keeping your left hand down to the mat. And then press your hips back. So your left hip is kind of moving towards the floor. And then come back into the cobra position. And then rolling onto the outer left hip. And then reach your right hip towards the floor. And releasing your pelvis back into cobra. Moving into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your left leg back and up. And step forward and lunge. Lower your right knee down, twisting to your left side. Keeping this twist, lift your torso upright, your left arm, right arm forward, left right right arm forward, left arm back. Again, you might want to stay here, maybe reach your left hand behind you, and then taking a spiral. And then from here, release your right hand down, straighten your left leg, twisting. You can flex your left foot. And then bend your left knee, lifting your torso, spiral. And then releasing your right hand down, straighten your left leg. One more time, softening your left knee, spiral. And then right hand down, straighten your left leg. Softening your left knee, tuck your right toes, both hands inside of your left foot. Step your right foot forward outside of your right hand and sit down into Malasana. And releasing your hands down to the mat, heel to your feet. A little bit wider, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Bring your palms together. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Release your hands behind your hips, interlace them fingers in the opposite grip. So taking an unfamiliar grip. Hug your shoulder blades towards each other. Press into your feet, lifting your sternum up. Bring your torso upright, softening your knees, releasing your torso down. Release your hands towards the floor. And the hands through the sacrum down to the mat. Right hand under your chin, creating the right triangle. And then reach your left arm up towards the sky. Releasing your left hand down, right arm up towards the sky. And releasing your right hand down, twist to the left. Keeping that twist, softening your left knee. Step your right leg back. Lower the right knee down. Into twist it, revolved lunge. And then lifting your torso upright. You might want to stay here or taking a spiral. Releasing your hands down to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting forward into plank pose. And then staying in this plank, lower your knees down to the mat. Again, we'll do the modified push-ups. Bend your elbows. And then lift. Bend your elbows. And lift. 2 more. And up. Last one. And up. Lower all the way down to the mat. Moving into cobra. And now rolling onto the outer right hip. Reach your left hip towards the floor. Oh, I should have gone on the side first. And then come back to the center, rolling onto the outer left hip. And coming back to the center, moving into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your right leg back and up. Step forward in lunge. Lower your left knee down to the mat. Twisting to your right side. And then keeping the twist, lift your torso upright. Then maybe taking a spiral with the twist. From here, release your left hand down to the mat, straighten your right leg. And then bend your right knee, reversing and then revolving. And then release your left hand down, straighten your right leg. And back into spiral. One more time. Left hand down, straighten your right knee. And then spiral back. Release your hands inside of your right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift your knee. And step your left foot forward, moving into Malasana. Finding your energy through your feet. Lifting your pelvic floor up. Releasing your hands down, walk your feet a little bit in, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach arms all the way up. With a slight back bend, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Moving through your choice of flow, skip your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale. Releasing out. Taking a 5 more breath cycles. In down dog. Or lower your knees down into child's pose. Softening your breath. Once you feel ready, moving back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your heels, softening your knees, look forward, step, walk, float forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach arms all the way up. Bring your palms together. And from here, softening your knees, moving into chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring your palms together, inhale here. Exhale, twisting to your right side. Inhale, come back to the center, and then twisting to your left. Inhale, come back to the center, and twisting to your right. And now let's keep the twist on your right side. Gaze down beyond your right foot, shifting your weight on your right foot. Slowly lift your left leg back, like warrior 3. Holding here. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly land your left toes, moving into revolved lunge. Slowly lifting your torso upright. Again, you might want to take this twist or add in the spiral. Inhale here. As you exhale, straighten both legs. Left hand down to the mat. Revolved triangle here. Softening your right knee back into spiral. Sorry if you are facing away from the screen. And then exhale. Revolved triangle. One more time. Inhale, spiral. Exhale. Revolved triangle. Inhale, revolve, spiral. Opening up into warrior 2. Now you can see the screen. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Straighten your right leg. Moving into triangle pose. And extend your left arm by your ear. Lengthen your torso. Your pelvis is moving away from the crown of the head. Walk your hands to the left side. Right toes in. Left toes out. Moving into triangle pose. Pressing into your feet, lift your torso upright. Turn your heels in, slightly toes up, moving into goddess pose. Inhale, lifting up. Warrior 2. Right toes out, left heel out. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Again, moving into triangle pose. And extend your left arm by your ear. Walk your hands down to the mat, right toes in, left toes out, moving into triangle. Pressing it into your feet, lift your torso, moving into goddess pose. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front, to your right. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Triangle pose. Extend your left arm by your ear. And then walk your hands down to the left. Right toes in, left toes out. Moving into triangle pose. Pressing it into your feet, lifting your torso, moving into goddess pose. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, warrior 2 to your right. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Release your hands down to the mat. Swing your right leg back and up into down dog split. Inhale. Exhale, knee to your nose, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your right armpit. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your left armpit. Staying here, moving into fallen triangle. Taking your variation. Releasing your left hand down, right leg back, and up into down dog split. Opening your hips, bend your knee. You might want to stay here, moving into wild thing. Lifting your hips up. And keeping your torso as is. Release your seat down, facing towards your left foot. Let's have the right foot fist away from your left leg. And then reach your right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. If you'd like to bind, you can reach your right arm in front of your shin towards your right hip. And then you can reach your left hand to find the right hand. Slowly lifting your torso upright. Moving through your choice of flows. Keep your flow. Meeting downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your left leg back and up. Step forward in lunge. Coming up into high lunge. And Vinyasa. Opening your arms to T shape. And then reach your right arm over the left. You can hug your shoulder, so moving into Garudasana arm. And then from here, ground your right heel down to the mat. So moving into warrior three position. Inhale, lifting your sternum up. And exhale, leaning forward, humble warrior. And slowly lifting your torso upright. Lift your right heel. Keep your arms as is. Shift on your left foot, moving into warrior three. And softening your left knee, landing into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior, moving into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Right hand beyond your right foot towards the pinky toe mount. If you'd like to take Chapasana, taking Chapasana. And then softening your left knee, landing back into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Release your hands down to the mat. Step forward, forward, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Softening your knees, release your seat down to the mat. And then let's bring the right ankle over your left thigh. If this is too much, you can extend your right ankle over the left. You can extend your left leg. If you feel okay to bring your left knee closer to you, you can bring your left knee closer to you. And then energetically sending, or with using your legs to your right leg, gently press your right leg away from your right shoulder. And then you have your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your hips, and then pressing down through your left foot, both hands. Lift your hips up into upside down tabletop. Slowly release your seats down to the mat. And then press your feet, moving back into Malasana. Releasing your hands down. Lift your hips up. And then soften your knees if you need to. If you can bring your heels of your hands in line with your heels, your feet a little bit wider as mat. Let's bring the heels of your hands in line with your heels of your feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, bend your elbows. Bring your torso closer to your legs. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, closer. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your torso closer. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. Slowly releasing your torso, moving through your choice of flow. Skip your flow, meeting downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Lower your knees down into child's pose. Softening your breath. Nice walk, everyone. Once you feel ready, moving back into downward facing dog. No rush. Inhale, lifting your heels, softening your knees, look forward, step, walk, float forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach arms all the way up. Bring your palms together. And bending your knees, moving into chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring your palms together. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to your left side. Inhale, back to the center. And then twisting to your right side. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist to the left. We're going to keep this twist. Shift your weight on your left foot. Lighten up your right foot. And then reach back like warrior 3. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your right toes slowly down, moving into twist, lunge. revolve the lunge. And then lifting your torso upright. Right arm forward, the left arm back. You might want to stay here, finding the spiral. And then from here, straighten your left leg, release your right hand down, revolve triangle. And then softening your right knee, left knee, back into spiral. Straighten your left leg, right hand down, revolve the triangle, and then move it back into spiral lunge. One more time, moving into revolved triangle. Bend your left knee, come back into spiral lunge. And then opening your torso up, moving into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Straighten your left leg, moving into triangle pose. And extending your right arm by your ear. Walk your hands to the right side. Left toes in, right toes up. Moving into triangle. Grounding through your feet, lift your torso. Adjust your feet, goddess pose. Inhale, lifting up into up. And then warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Moving into triangle. Extend your right arm by your ear. Walk your hands down to the mat. To the right, left toes in, right toes out. Triangle pose. Pressing into your feet, lifting your torso. Back into goddess pose. We're going to do one more circle. Lifting up. Exhale, warrior two to the left. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Triangle pose. And walk your hands to the right side, the left toes in, right toes out, triangle to the right. Lifting your torso up, back into goddess pose. Inhale, lifting up into star warrior two to the left. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Release your hands down to the front, towards the left foot. Swing your left leg back and up into down dog split. Inhale. Exhale, knee to your nose, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your left armpit. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your right armpit. Staying here, moving into ball and triangle, taking your variation. Releasing your left hand, right hand down. Left leg back and up into down dog split. Opening your hips, bend your knee. And moving into wild thing. Lifting your hips up. Keeping your torso as is. Release your seat down to the mat facing towards your right foot. Let's hug the left foot. Fist away from your right leg. Reach your left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Marichyasana 3. If you feel ready to bind your leg, your left arm goes in front of your left shin. Release towards your left hip. And then you can reach your right hand towards the left hand. Slowly lifting your torso upright. And moving through your choice of flows, keep your flow. We're meeting downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your right leg back and up. Step forward in lunge. Lifting your torso upright. High lunge. And then reach your left arm over the right. You can hug your shoulders or Gardasana arm. And then from here, keep your hips squared as much as you can. Left heel down into warrior one position. Inhale, lifting your sternum up. And exhale, humble warrior. Hug your right hip towards your left heel. So your hips are not moving towards the right side. Pressing into your feet, coming up to stand. Keep your arms as is. Lift your left heel. And then leaning forward into warrior three. Softening your right knee, moving into warrior two. And here, reversing your warrior, moving into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Reach your right hand beyond your right foot towards the pinky toe mount. If you'd like to take Chapasana, feel free to take Chapasana. Releasing your left leg slowly back into warrior two. And here, reversing your warrior. Release your hands down towards the left foot. I meant to say right foot. Step your left foot forward, forward foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Softening your knees, release your seat down to the mat. And then reach your left ankle over your right thigh, moving into pigeon leg. If you prefer to extend your right leg, please do. If you can bring your right knee close to your chest, please feel free. Flexing your ankle will help you to protect your knees. You may not feel it at this moment, but you might some moment. Lifting the back of your pelvis up instead of becoming a panda bear. Lifting up. Reach your hands slightly back, pressing it into your right foot and both hands, lifting your hips up. Slowly lower your seat down to the mat. Pressing it into your feet, moving into Malasana. Releasing your hands down to the mat, lifting your hips. Walk your feet, maybe as wide as the mat. And then your toes are pointing straight forward. And then maybe walk your hands a little bit forward if you need to. And try to shift your weight towards the balls of your feet. If you feel like your weight is on your heels and your hips are moving back. And then from here, if you need to bend your knees, please do. If you can, let's walk the hands past your feet, if that's available. If you need to use your blocks, please do. You can do the higher. And then inhale, finding the length in your spine. And then exhale, bend your elbows away from you. Bring your torso close. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend your elbows away from you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your torso closer. And then we're gonna stay here. For some of you, you might kind of be able to wiggle your torso in between your legs. And then try to bring your torso to the back side of your legs. You might be able to bring your arms around and towards the binding. And slowly lengthen the spine. Moving through your choice of flow, take it easy, skip your flow. We're meeting downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale. Releasing out. Lower your knees down into child's pose. Softening your breath. Amazing work, everyone. Since the heat is on, I feel the room is very dry. So if you need to take a sip of water, please do. Just a sip to moisture both. Otherwise, your water is swimming in your stomach. Anyways, next one, let's see. Let's moving towards Titibhasana or Bhujakitasana. We're gonna come back into this slightly wide leg feet. Go diagonally so you might be able to see better. And then you can bend your knees here. Walk your hands kind of back. And if you can squat down, you can squat down. I say this pose in the kids yoga, it's a spider pose. Halloween theme. It's not Halloween theme, but if you feel like you need extra support, you can sit on the blocks. If you have the blocks, or if you have this shoulder stool, you can use the stool or books. I mean, stools are much stable to support you, so you can use the stools. If you prefer to, I have the small stool, so you can use the stool. But blocks are great. It's handy, it's light. And then once you're sitting on your blocks, plant your hands and then bend your elbows slightly and then try to bring kind of back your legs on your upper arms. If you can get that. So you need to have a pretty deep bend on your hip crease. And then from here, you can walk your feet closer. Elbow face forward. It's a little bit better. Yeah, this way. Go from here. You can walk your feet, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You can bring one foot or other foot. If you feel you can lift the legs, you can lift the legs. It's Bhujavidasana. And of course, if you don't need the support of the blocks, you can do without the blocks. So release your hands behind you and you're kind of bending your elbows. You're not kind of, you're bending your elbows and you're resting, but kind of sitting on your arms. And then bring your legs closer and then hook your foot and then you are balancing on your hands. This is Bhujavidasana. I was thinking to moving into Titibasana, which is the firefly pose. The fireflies are all gone from the park. But the Titibasana, firefly, is you're gonna sit on your arms. And instead of hook your legs, you're going to extend the legs forward. That's Titibasana. So you can play with both or one of them. It's a fun pose. I feel like this is if you have the flexibility in your hips and then hamstrings and everything else, it could be easier than moving into crow pose. Because the crow pose, I think you may have more fear falling forward, flat up, face planting. But in this Titibasana or Bhujavidasana, your legs are in the front. So you won't land on your feet. You will land on your seat. So it's less fear, but you're still on balancing. So it's a different approach. Okay. Whenever you're ready, let's roll down on the back. Then hug your knees into your chest, work side to side. And if you have anything to move into before Shavasana, please take your time. You might want to roll up on your shoulder stands. You might want to move into bridge because we didn't do much back bending. Eventually moving into Shavasana of your choice. If you'd like to moving into Barakhanasana, soles of the feet together, opening your knees wide. Or you might want to keep your knees bent and then feet wider, knees together if you have something in your lower back. Sometimes dispose the constructive rest, feet wider, knees together. That feels good to bring the thigh bone back into your hip socket, if you feel it. And once you're moving into Shavasana, let's take 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale deeply. And exhale, sighing out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale. And releasing everything that's no longer needing from your body. You are extracting the nectar to the earth, into the universe. Slowly deepening your breath. Bring your awareness back in your body, creating small movements. Maybe extending all your limbs out, taking a whole body stretch. When you're ready, bending your knees, rolling onto one side. Slowly lifting your torso upright. Finding your comfortable seat. Letting your sits bones rounding down to the earth. Lifting your energy up towards the sky. Gathering your palms together. If you'd like to join me for one exhaling wherever you are. Inhale deeply. Thank you for taking your precious Tuesday morning to join us. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you will be prepared to receive.
Thank you, Miho.
Thank you.